let's talk about by far the most powerful and quickest way to learn how to day trade, how to swing trade, how to invest, any of those. I want to share with you a rule that I would encourage you to definitely implement within your studying as soon as possible. So if you are just getting started in the markets, if you're a beginner day trader, swing trader, then use this rule, please. It's the most powerful thing you can do. And after I reveal it to you, you're probably going to say, wait, what? Why did you even make a video for this? Duh, that's common sense. But is it common sense? No, not at all. And it's one of those, and I mean, I don't say this to demean or to look down, because I was just as guilty as anybody else when I got started. But it's one of those things where it's just common sense, yes, but common sense that hides in plain sight. And this idea came about by a comment that you see on the screen here. And if you're not familiar with the channel, I have a playlist where I record my personal trading results, so you can watch me trade and all that. And then somebody made this comment right here. And, again, from that video, it seems silly that Tesla moved down from 695 to 679, and you only took brief scalps. Had you held your original short, you'd be up $800 on that trade alone. Okay, so what is going on here? Maybe somebody see, well, they're playing the, coulda, shoulda, woulda game, right? Hindsight. But here is what a lot of people do, myself included, and this is why books don't work. How to trade books. I've done videos on this. They don't work. And this is, exactly why, because books, and I mean, now let me take a step back. Books on psychology, books on, trader emotion, stuff like that. That's a different case here. But hey, how to trade, how to make money in the markets, all that sort of stuff from a trading perspective in a book, it just doesn't work. Now, of course, you can use some basic logic there. Okay, if all it took was a book, then you would think that success rates would be a little bit higher than 10%, right? Because, I mean, have you seen the statistics? 95% of traders fail. So, I mean, hopefully we can all agree that it's rational to say, if all it did take was a book, you would think there'd be a little bit more success out there. But this rule and the lack of a book's ability to follow this rule is why books are pretty worthless. And what do books do? Well, books do what is known as, and what I call, looking to the left, right? They look to the left of the chart. They look to the left, or in other words, what we would call hindsight, right? And that's what that person was doing in that comment. Hey, Clay, had you held, then you would have made so much money. Well, yes, looking to the left and knowing what happened, that person's not wrong. But, and we'll get to that here, but that's not how the markets actually work. Because, I mean, think about it. If this was a textbook, or maybe you're looking here and your brain is already starting to do it, maybe you would say, oh yeah, yep, I would have bought right there. And then look at that beautiful breakout. Fantastic. Or maybe you're saying, well, if I draw a trend line like that, then yeah, boom. I mean, duh, why would you not buy right there? I mean, and again, if your brain's doing that, that's fine. Be honest with yourself. Is that what you're basically doing? Maybe you're saying, or maybe you're doing something like this. Well, I noticed this trend line right here, Clay. So, I mean, look at that. I mean, that's pretty amazing. You have a low there, and if you connect that, then you could have bought right there. But heck, Clay, I mean, even if you missed that, you could have bought right there, and then kaboom. And you're not wrong. That's absolutely true. That's a great trend line. That's a great example of a trend. I mean, could you picture this? If this was a book, could you see a book in the trend lines chapter, if you will? Draw that right there and then be like, and yes, and here is the proper entry point. And that's yeah, you're right. That's true. But all of this is based on the left. Now here's one thing. Well, let's see, a little quiz. Maybe you didn't fail the quiz, but if you did, that's okay. At least you're being honest. At least you're going to learn. But, the first example I said was, oh, yeah, you buy that breakout right there. Well, notice how your brain conveniently left out the fact that, well, it broke the pink line right there and failed. It broke the pink line right there and failed. Now, again, like I said, maybe you didn't, do that right, or notice that, or maybe you never picked that in the first place. But the idea here is when you look to the left and you see everything that's already happened, it's very easy, confirmation bias. It's easy for your brain to start and looking at seeing things in certain ways and be like, yep, that makes sense. Yep, that's what I would have done. Oh, I can see why you would draw that line there and that line there. And I would never go as far as saying there's zero value in that, but there's very little value in looking to the left when you can just see what's already happened and then base everything off of that. But what is this rule that I'm talking about? What is this rule that you need to start to do immediately? You need to start to put yourself in positions right here where you look to the right. So what are you going to do? Now, this is Bitcoin, and I'm just using Bitcoin just because it's a Saturday morning when I'm recording this, and cryptos are open 24/7. So I wanted a chart that's actually updating in real time. So we're looking at the 1 minute chart, but look to the right. Okay, what are you doing? What are you going to do? Are you buying? Are you going to short, meaning you want to make money because you think the price is going to go down? Are you not doing anything? But what are you doing right now? Ask yourself, what are you going to be doing? It's a little trickier now, isn't it? When you look to the right and you see just this big void of nothingness. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, what am I going to do here? And that's how you practice. That's how you learn. That's how you really figure out if you know what you're doing. And this is why you gotta, no matter how you're doing it, look to the right. Look to the right. And now, I should also just throw this out there. There's more to it than just looking to the right. I mean, you still need to learn what you should be looking for, what you should be doing, how to structure a trade plan, how to control risk, how to limit your downside, minimize risk, maximize returns. You still need to learn how to do all of that. But when you take all those pieces and then want to start to implement them and start to see how well you understand and how well it all fits together, you better be looking to the right. Now, oh, nice, perfect. Nice little, so I mean, look at that. Now if let's say I just, pulled it over to the side here. And now we're looking to the left, and you're saying, well, yeah, when we look to the left, it's easy to say at this point, well, yeah, it was pulling back here. Of course, I would have bought the pullback because now look at it. Well, yeah, and that's easy. Now looking to the left. Now, maybe some of you were like, before you saw that happen, maybe you're saying, no, I'm going to buy. Well, then in that situation, I'm not going to say that means you should go take your family's entire, college budget and start to throw it in the markets. But at least, hey, you know what? For whatever reason, made you say that you wanted to buy down here when we were looking to the right. That turned out to be a good choice because you got the move upwards. Now, even that, maybe there were some flaws in your thinking, and maybe it was just kind of dumb luck. And that's the other tricky part, which I'm not going to talk about here. I have done several videos on why trading is so hard, because trading will reward bad behavior. Meaning you can actually do bad trade plans. You can do stupid things and still make money, which is crazy when you think about it. Like if you do something stupid, as in touch a hot stove, every single time you will get burned. It will be bad. It's not like that's ever going to not happen. But in the markets, you can touch that hot stove, and it's like the hot stove just puts money in your pocket all of a sudden. You're like, oh, wow, I got all this figured out. Until the market says, no, we're just kidding with you, and then crushes you. But my point here is that, there's more to it that goes into this. But as far as, playing the coulda, shoulda, woulda game and looking to the left, absolutely worthless. Very, very little value in that. Once you get the pieces, once you learn, once you get the structure in place, it's still going to be all about, looking to the right and figuring out what you're going to do. So again, I ask, what about right now? Now, what are you doing? What are you thinking? Are you thinking you want to buy, sell, hold, stay away? Again. So ask yourself and take a note, and I'm going to just pause the video and, I'll let a few minutes pass by, and then we'll come back and see how it is all playing out. So I want to get things rolling here now, because look at this, starting to break out. So ask yourself, are you buying right now? Are you buying this because it's breaking out? So are you buying a breakout? Do you feel as though you missed it? Is it too late? Maybe you bought. Are you taking profits right now? Are you taking some off the table? What are you doing? Ask yourself, what are you doing right this very second? Come on, think. What are you doing? Right? Are you buying? Are you taking profits? Are you staying away now? Did you miss the chance? But think about it. What are you doing? And this is a 1 minute chart, so it's not like you have to decide this fast. But again, that's what I mean by looking to the right. So, okay, well, now we're looking to the left. And anybody that actually, finally sold right there, wrong. Look, you could have made more. It went up. You bozo, you moron. Look at it. It's still going up. Why didn't you buy right there? Why didn't you buy? You could have made more. Oh, wait, you sold. But what about now? How about now? Is buying there? Ask yourself, is that what you should be doing right now? Should you buy right there? What would you be doing? Or now is it too late? Ask yourself, what would you be doing right there? Are you buying? Are you staying away? Well, I hope you made a decision, because now, again, what were you saying? Where you said, well, I would have bought. Are you sure? Are you sure you're saying you would have bought because you look to the left now? Or were you like, I don't know, I'm not quite sure. And be honest with yourself. Again, it's very easy for the confirmation bias voice to show up and say, oh, no, you would have bought because what happened? Well, you automatically started to look to the left because you saw that candle get green. This is some good action. I wish I could say this was scripted, but I mean, no, you got to be honest with yourself. Again, what are you doing right now? At this very second, are you buying more? What are you going to do? Is it too late? Is the breakout done? Is it going to go up more? Ask yourself, what are you going to do? And to be fair, maybe some of you have said, I would have bought, and you're right. But again, so the same question is, well, now what would you do? Are you locking in profits? Are you buying more? Ask yourself, what are you going to do right now? Let's watch it together and see what happens as we look to the right. But as soon as you see how high the candle gets, as soon as you see the size of it, what the candle does, that is looking to the left, which, worthless, who cares? Easy to sit here and say what you would be doing, what you think you should not be doing, but would have done, right? Be doing is looking to the right. Should have done is looking to the left. Well, there we go. Looks like it's still breaking. Are you buying right now? I mean, were you buying right now? What are you doing right now? Look at this thing. Is it too late? Are you going to buy? I mean, what exactly are you doing right here as we look to the right? Ooh, what are you doing? What is that candle going to do? Is it going to get bigger? Is this thing going to pull back? I mean, is something like this going to happen? I mean, that was a nasty pullback. Look at that nasty pullback. Is something like that going to happen, or is this thing going to keep running? Uh-oh, it's red. Oh, what would you? Okay, we'll see. What about now? What are you doing? Is anybody buying the dip here? To buy the dip? Are you buying the dip? Ask yourself that. Ooh, it still keeps. Now. Think about it. If you're like, yep, it's very easy to say, no, I wouldn't have bought right there. Be honest with yourself. What were you telling yourself when the price was up there and it was green? Be honest. And it's okay if you were like, yeah, I would have bought right there. That's how you learn, right? You identify things. But so there's no need to lie to yourself. There's no need to be deceitful in what you were actually saying. Because if you bought up here, yeah, as of right now, you're feeling a little discomfort, right? Because this thing is now pulling back. And how far will it pull back? I have no idea. It's easy to not have discomfort if you're looking to the left, meaning this. So it's easy to not have discomfort if you're just looking to the left and you're like, well, yeah, I would have bought there, and yeah, I would have had to sit this pullback. But in the back of your mind, when you know it goes back up, well, yeah, it's easy to sit there and be like, yeah, but I would have held through all that. I would have held, no problem. Well, yeah, because you look to the left and you know that the price eventually goes back up. But what about right now when you look to the right? Are you still going to hold? Are you holding more? Are you buying more? Well, what exactly are you doing right now during this current dip, during this pullback? For all you know, maybe this is a reversal. Maybe this thing is going to get really nasty. But you don't know when you look to the right. This is kind of funny. I feel like a sports commentator right now with the play-by-play action. But again, this is the true powerful way and really the fastest way to learn, because when you're looking to the left and you are saying, oh yeah, I would have done that and I would have done this. It seems fast. I realize that. It seems like, oh yeah, I'm learning all this fast. I'm ready to go. But you're actually not learning because, well, now look at it. The pullback, the dip continues. So again, you got to question. Be honest with yourself. If you're someone that was like, yeah, I would have bought right there, and now it's sitting down here. Maybe you're saying, well, I'm going to buy because I just saw that candle go green a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Because I don't know what's happening next either. All I'm saying is, what would you be doing? And I could have seen somebody be like, well, yeah, I saw that candle go green, so I'm buying now. I think this dip is over. Okay, well, let's see what happens. That may be good. That may be a bad choice. But at least you know that it's a genuine choice because you're not looking to the left and you already know what happens. We are looking into the big old void, the void of nothingness to the right. And now it's just a question of, well, let's see if this thing ultimately, heads back up. Hey, so look at that. So now if you're somebody that was saying, yeah, I would have bought down there, there's no way that anybody can accuse you of saying, well, yeah, but you did that because you had confirmation bias. You had hindsight bias. No, you didn't. Because as long as you're answering the question, when we are still looking at that big old void, which is now longer, what? We don't have a void anymore, right? Because we now saw how that candle formed. We're now getting the next candle. So that void is shrinking. But of course, it's a never-ending void by looking to the right. So I think I've driven the point here. As fun as this is to kind of just continue. But that's the game you need to play with yourself. And this is the final little hint, is especially in the world of cryptos now, you can go and practice and you can use this little tip or trick, whatever you want to call it, whenever you want. Like I said, it's literally a Saturday morning, and I did that specifically so that I could illustrate that. Think about this. You could be out here learning on a Saturday morning when the stock market is technically closed. But that's the nice thing about the cryptos market. And again, I'm not saying that you have to go and trade Bitcoin, but we could pretend, for example's sake, that this is, I could cover this out and say, well, no, this is AAPL. So this is actually Apple's chart, right? And that's the powerful thing about a technical analysis is it doesn't matter what you're trading. It's all about the story of the price. What is the price doing? So technicals apply the same patterns. Everything applies no matter if this is Bitcoin, if this is Apple, if this is some sort of, Forex pairing. This could be some sort of, this could be ES in the Forex or in the futures market. What am I forgetting? This could be some sort of options contract. And look at that. So again, for those people that were like, no, Clay, I was buying this dip. Well, hey, it's looking like that was a good choice because look at this thing now going back. But what are you doing? Breakout. Are you going to buy the breakout? If it goes right above there, are you buying that? I mean, I have to keep it going now. This is too good of action. So let's get that. So buying that breakout right there. Let's change that to red for resistance. Okay, it's breaking out. What are you doing? Hurry, answer. What are you doing right now? It's breaking out. Are you buying that breakout? What are you doing? Maybe you're selling. If you bought the dip, are you going to sell right there? What are you doing at this breakout? Again, this could be a fake breakout. This could be a faulty breakout. Maybe this thing is about to get crushed back downwards. Maybe this is the beginning of a much bigger move, but we don't know because we are looking to the right. This is real trading. This is the real decision-making process. This is now, once again, for people that are like, no, I'm buying this breakout. You just were nervous for a second when you saw that get red. Admit it. It's okay. You were nervous for a second. And now it's recovering back upwards, so that's good for you. But again, if this thing explodes upwards and you were somebody that was like, no, I'm going to take some profits right there. All right, now you're going to be like, why did I take some profits right there? Look at the thing. Now it's gone upwards. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. But I also should note, I'm only doing the 1 minute time frame just because I wanted to keep us getting action for the sake of this video. But if you're a beginner, don't start doing this on the 1 minute time frame, right? Start on the 5 minute, the 15 minute. Give your brain some time to think. Give yourself, because when you're brand new, just getting started and a beginner, your brain's not going to be able to function as fast as it needs to on the 1 minute time frame, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not saying that you're supposed to be able to sit here on the 1 minute and know exactly what to do. Like I said, I'm just using the 1 minute for explanation's sake. Where are we at time-wise? 17. I feel like if you're still watching this video right now, it's because you're probably all in, but I have to keep it going now. We got to see what happens with this breakout here, or this faulty breakout, really, because right now, not looking so good. Oh, whoa, look at it's like listening to me. As I say, it's not looking so good if price goes up. But what is going to happen? Again, what would you be doing? If you bought the breakout, are you just going to get out for basically break even right now? Or like, I don't know if this thing's going to break out. Again, you can basically get out for break even right here. Is that what you're going to do? Maybe you're saying, no, now I'm going to buy because I don't want to buy that first attempt, but now let's try buying again. Maybe there's some people that are just buying. For those people that bought that dip right there, again, are you going to now finally take off some profits? Are you going to just completely get out because now you're not sure if it's going to break out? But what are you going to do in regard to that, resistance? Because as of right now, and isn't that cool, the power of charts? Notice, I drew that red line, big move up, and then look right where the price just happened to start to go sideways. Oh, look, right at that red line. So technical analysis, charting, nothing's perfect. I'm not saying that, but it's certainly a tool that I would argue you should be learning to use. So maybe I should just pause the video here so we don't end up with a 30-minute video while we wait to see how this thing plays out. But yeah, I will go ahead and pause for now. And then when we get now is it starting to pull back here some? All right, I'm just going to go ahead and pause. All right, it's back up to that area. Notice how it's just stopped right at that red line resistance. Oh, it's pushing through. So are you buying this breakout? Are you saying, well, it's pulled back now a little bit. Now I'm going to buy this breakout. Maybe you're saying that. No, I don't want to buy that first one, but it pulled back and now it's breaking out. So I'm going to buy it right now. What are you doing right this very second? I can see below they're saying, well, yeah, it made a move, little miniature pullback, but now I'm buying that breakout. So you're going to buy that? Whoa, right now looking like that was a good choice. We'll see if it can get any follow through, or is that just some sort of little faulty break? So again, maybe you're buying right now. Maybe did you want confirmation first? So now you're going to buy? So now think about it. By looking to the left, it's very easy to say, yep, I would have bought that breakout, no problem. In fact, I would have probably added some on that dip. And now look at this, right? It's totally easy to say that now looking to the left. Oh, is that now this thing is looking like a potentially failed breakout? Is this thing going to pull right back? Again, so easy to look to the left, be like, yep, I would have bought that initial breakout, would have bought the dip, and then as it moved upwards, I would have scaled back out. Yeah, but okay. But what about now? Like I said, what are you doing? Look to the right. So you get the idea here. I think I've illustrated the example of what I'm trying to do. But yes, as far as the most powerful and the quickest and fastest way to learn how to day trade, swing trade, look to the right. And then just be honest with yourself and see how things ultimately turned out. And like I said, on the weekends, you can do this too. You can sit here, look at a cryptocurrency, and you can maneuver it to whatever time frame you're looking at, and it will allow you to just look to the right and see how things play out for you. So hopefully this tip helps. Hopefully this trick can help and speed up your learning. And if you're interested in learning more about structuring trade plans and how to learn in a very structured and organized way, I do offer resources at claytrader.com, so I'd encourage you to check those out. If you do enjoy videos like this, then two things: hit that like button and leave a comment down below, even if it's just a thumbs up emoji. But those two things communicate to me whether or not you enjoy these types of videos as subscribers and just viewers in general. So let me know down below via those two things, and hopefully this helps out. But yes, get out there and use this learning rule: look to the right. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.